New Orleans Saints versus Denver Broncos reaction video. This Saints versus Broncos, instant reaction. I wasn't super interested in this game until the four quarterbacks for the Denver Broncos were put on the COVID list, and then they had to promote a practice squad wide receiver to play quarterback. Let me say this: now, when that happened, I thought, Vic Fangio, defensive guy. What is the move here? What is the path to victory over the New Orleans Saints? It's first of all, of course, play strong defense. Because the Denver Broncos they can really play strong defense. So play strong defense. And then I thought, look, the New Orleans Saints, what do we know about the Saints defense? First of all, they always step up when Drew Brees is out of the lineup, right? When Brees is out and they know they don't have that offense that can really just blow teams out of the water, although they did score 31 points this week. But when they don't have that, what I'll call a safety net there, they come out and they dominate. I mean, they have players all across this defense. And the group that always shows up is the run defense. So, matchup-wise, I was looking at Denver. I was thinking, well, this is going to be an issue, right? Because the Denver Broncos are going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to establish the run because they don't have a quarterback to execute the offense. And the New Orleans Saints, defense is going to be up to that challenge. So to me, in terms of tactics, in terms of creating a game plan, what would I do with a wide receiver that was promoted to your starting quarterback? What I would do is I would run goal line the whole stinking game. And look, there has never been a greener light for an NFL coach to say, I'm just going to go full analytics in this game. If it was less than 4th and 3, I would go for it. So my whole game plan would be to run basically the 1948 Alabama Crimson Tide offense, just go wishbone, and just run it up the middle. Now, would it work in the first quarter when the New Orleans Saints players are not gassed? No, it wouldn't work. The New Orleans Saints would get them off the field. But what you do is you just keep pounding and keep pounding that line and just keep going goal line. Take your receivers off the field. Go tight ends, go big bodies. Go, don't promote a wide receiver off the practice squad. Just go running back. It looks like high school football. Promote all of your offensive linemen. Deactivate all your, maybe 2 or 3 of your wide receivers. Get all of your tight ends in there and just pound the ball over and over and over again. You're probably not going to score in the first quarter. You might not score in the second quarter. By the third and fourth quarter, when the defensive line for the New Orleans Saints has been beaten and leaned on for at least a half hour at that point, then you start getting chunk yardage in the run game. And by the way, you can do some trick plays or anything like that, or like a little bit of play action once New Orleans is there. But to go like the Denver Broncos did, 3 wide, pretty much right off the bat, try to have a practice squad wide receiver execute this game plan. And I know they try to do some stuff and read option and all that stuff, but I'm saying commit to it. I got to say, like Denver, and it was 7-0. I texted my brother-in-law and I said, the Denver Broncos have a chance here. And I started watching, and what do? Like Philip Lindsay, they line him up in shotgun. He fumbles, the bad snap goes under his legs. Saints get up, almost score, and it was off. And I just cannot believe, and I kept seeing them go 3 receiver. It was such a poorly coached offensive group. And I liked his coaching staff, so I'm not banging on them, but I'm saying this game, that was pathetic. And I'm not letting them off the hook. The only way Denver wins this game is to go full analytics and go power football the entire game through. And you have to be comfortable enough to know that if you're losing by 2 scores, just keep leaning on the defensive line. Enough teams don't do that. Now, conversely, let's look at what the New Orleans Saints did with Taysom Hill at quarterback. 16 attempts in this game. And you can go and, you're watching this and you're a Saints fan or you're a Broncos fan, you're saying, well, of course they go 16 attempts. They're winning the whole game, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Sean Payton is not an idiot. He has Taysom Hill, who's not really, a carve-him-up type quarterback. 16 attempts. Now, let me read you the rushing attempts. Latavius Murray, 19 carries, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara, 11 carries, 54 yards. Taysom Hill, 10 carries, 44 yards. Dwayne Washington, Michael Thomas even has a carry. They committed to running the ball, and they continued to run the ball. And as you go through in the game, first quarter 0-0, exactly what you want if you're the Denver Broncos. Second quarter, it was 7-0 until, Denver basically just kept turning the ball over at that point. So they go into halftime down 17-0. You can still run the ball after that. Third quarter, they come out, New Orleans wins 7-3. Fourth quarter, they win 7-0. Final score 31-3. I was not going to do a reaction video to this, but I was just incensed because, look, what do the computer geeks tell you all over the time? Go for it on fourth down. Go for it on fourth down. If the Denver Broncos just committed, and you could even commit to, like, let's say you have to get to the 40-yard line or whatever. Like, put some qualifications on it. If they just went for it and made everything 4-down territory, all they would have had to do is get 2.5 yards per carry. If it was 4 down, they can do that in goal line situations, in a goal line thing. Shoot, just freaking quarterback sneak it from the goal line 4 downs in a row. You're going to get the first down. Let me read you the stats. 1 of 9 for Kendall Hinton. 1 of 9, 13 yards. They should have never gone a single freaking snap with 3 wide receivers. Why do you have multiple receivers on the field? I cannot fathom in this circumstance. Royce Freeman, 8 carries, 50 yards, 6.3 yards per carry. Melvin Gordon, 12 carries, 31 yards, 2.6, still more than 2.5. Philip Lindsay, he gets injured, leaves early. He's 2.2 yards per carry. Kendall Hinton gives you 3.5 yards per carry. KJ Hamler tried to run twice. He ended up with -8 yards. But look, poor game plan, but really good job, I think, for the New Orleans Saints continuing to execute. I think in the last 2 seasons, what are they, like 5-1, 6-1 without Drew Brees? He's going to be due back in week, I believe, 15 is what they're targeting. Let's look at the Saints' schedule. Next week, they play the Falcons. They better not, I know they just beat the Falcons and they handled them no problem. They can't sleep on them. The Falcons, as we saw them destroy the Raiders this week, the Falcons can do a good job. However, they got kind of destroying the good team out of the way, so I don't really think that the Saints are going to have any problem with them next week. Then the Saints play the Eagles. Are we going to see a different quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles then? I don't know. We might get Jalen Hurts and just get a bunch of running quarterbacks. We'll see. Then I believe Drew Brees comes back for the Kansas City Chiefs game. They would be hosting the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 15. Week 16, they are hosting the Minnesota Vikings, who are playing much better in the second half of the football season, and the Minnesota Vikings are definitely going to need that if they want to get the wild card, so they're going to get everything. They're going to get the Minnesota Vikings' best shot there. And then they close the season on the road against the Panthers. They'll probably close that one out. I think the Panthers will have shut down most of their stars by the end of the season there. So, New Orleans Saints looking very good for the number 1 seed and well-deserved. Denver Broncos, I don't know what you were doing. It's like they came out and they just assumed they would lose. They didn't even try to win, and I'm really disappointed in that as a football connoisseur. Anyway, that's it. That's my reaction. Comment below. I'm sure Broncos fans, you're gonna defend your coaching staff, and that's fine. That's what fans do and everything. But tell me why I'm wrong. But three wide receivers with that offense. Give me a break. Yeah, come on. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's my reaction. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you again soon.